This is a fairly light post, not even close to experiences other people have, but this is the creepiest / scariest encounter I have to this day. This happened 1.5 years ago. It was around November of 2020. I was either leaving from a gig I was playing at or returning from my friend's house. I don't remember. It was around 2 a.m. and I was on my way to my flat. The street was empty, but I've walked there a million times, even past midnight, so I didn't bother calling a cab. As I was entering a long straight road that follows up to my flat, I saw two men chilling in the corner. For more context, they were homeless. I didn't pay attention at the time. I just passed across them and continued walking casually. And then I heard one of them say, "Look how society is. People don't have money to get food, and others walk by with their leather jacket, good pants, and good shoes," aka he meant me. As I mentioned earlier, I was either at a friend's house or from a live performance. That's why I had fancy clothes. I ignored it, and he said again, "Why don't you look at us? Come here." And they started following me. I picked up a faster pace, and one noticed and commented, "Look at him, he's walking faster, let's catch up." It was at that moment that I went completely nuts and started running. They did too. Luckily for me, there was a 24-hour store there that I had completely forgotten about, and as I was switching sides of the sidewalk and taking turns, I sneaked into the store pretending to be searching for stuff. I waited there for 10 minutes or so. The store didn't have knives, or I would have bought one just in case to defend myself. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have told the cashier that I was being followed. So 10 minutes passed by and I head out, looked around, and no signs of them. I altered my way home, walked a different road, and took some unnecessary turns. Even did some running, and at last, got home safely. They probably just wanted to rob me, and to be honest, I was lucky, even with the poor management of getting out of the store like that, risking that they might have been waiting outside. So yeah, that's my story. I was being followed by two homeless men at 2 a.m. But I entered a store and they lost me, and I got home safely, and that's all that matters. A European woman, is currently staying in a South American capital. Being a foreigner, I guess I stand out a little bit, but I didn't feel threatened or in danger at all during the month I spent here. That is until yesterday. I was waiting for the bus alone at around 3 p.m. on Sunday down. No one else was around. Then some guy appeared in the distance. I can't really say why, but he looked shady. Probably because he looked like he was walking straight towards me, even though the pavement was pretty wide. I pretended that I didn't see him and waited for him to pass by, but he came to me, asking for some money. I answered very firmly that no, I didn't have anything to give him, and stepped back a bit, keeping my head up and trying to show that I was not disturbed. He kept coming closer to me, making me feel very uncomfortable, and started pointing his finger at my face, saying, "I'll kill you, I will kill you," repeatedly. That's when I started thinking that I might be in danger, even if the guy didn't have any visible weapon. I had no idea what he was capable, especially as he was extremely close to me and was threatening to kill me. Still trying to calmly walk away from him, so as to not show him that I was panicking. I looked around for someone who might help me, but the street was still deserted. The guy kept following me, still saying, "I'll kill you." That's when I saw a bus coming. I waved at it. The doors were already open. I climbed inside without looking back. The driver's assistant told me to hurry to get in. He had seen the scene from a distance and he told me not to worry. We just needed to get away from this crazy guy. This all happened to me in a rough span of 30 seconds, but a lot could have gone wrong in such a short amount of time. I'm just glad I remained relatively calm. I'll probably invest in a pepper spray for the future. Alright, it's my first post, so here goes nothing. Last summer, my then boyfriend and I were parked in the woods at night. There was supposed to be like some kind of meteor shower, so we used this as an excuse to do some stuff that kids do. We had parked in this specific place in the woods before at night. Nothing ever happened. We never saw any cars, and we definitely never saw any people. It was about 10 or 11 p.m. when we saw headlights coming from even deeper in the woods, a place that would have been very difficult to get a car into. The lights were probably less than a quarter mile away from us when they started getting smaller, as if a person were reversing. I remember making a comment about how I thought it was pretty weird, but as long as they weren't interrupting what we were doing, we should be fine. Probably about 15 minutes later, I looked through the back passage side window when I see a figure. The figure was about 100 to 150 feet away from the car and facing us. Now, it was pretty dark, so you may be wondering how I know this figure was facing us. That's because the figure's face and hands were so extremely pale I could see in the dark. I'm pretty pale too, but not fucking reflective like that thing was. Needless to say, we hightailed the fuck out of there as we left. I looked back one last time to see the figure just standing and staring at us. I'm still not sure how long that creep was looking at us, and I, for one, really do not want to know.